And a very good afternoon to you. It is 21 minutes to 2 here on Sheppey FM. What a beautiful day it is. And we have a guest on the line. It is Mr. Christopher Gee from the Criterion. Good afternoon. How are you?
Hello there. We are going to be performing at the Criterion, but I'm actually calling from a different part of the country.
I do apologise. You're performing at the Criterion, but yes, from a different part of the country. Whereabouts are you at the moment, anyway?
I'll give you a clue.
Ooh.
Right.
Cryptic
you
clue.
all know John's dead. We're going to find another Peaky Blinder.
Ray?
Birmingham.
That's right, we ordered the Peaky Blinders. I'm on my narrowboat. I live on a narrowboat in Droitwich Spa in the West Midlands, and I don't even know how to drive a boat.
Oh, my goodness. So, nothing to worry about, then.
You don't say drive it, you've got to say pilot it.
Pilot it. Oh, you pilot a boat as well, do you?
Yeah,
when you pilot a boat and you don't park it, you put it into your mooring.
Yeah. See, he knows the terminology. He could have fooled me easily.
Yeah, easy.
I must get corrected about 50 times a day.
Yeah, just ask the river pilots on the Thames, Chris.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. So, Christopher Gee, you are performing at the Criterion. We spoke to you a little while ago. You phoned in for an interview. Just tell us and our listeners, might be first time listening, or just refresh their memory, exactly what it is that you're doing there.
Right, well, first of all, thank you very much indeed for letting me pop on your
Oh, you're
radio
most welcome.
station.
It's a pleasure.
Shout out. Myself and Keith Slater, we do a production show, and last time you very kindly let us come on the show to talk about a show we did to support the Criterion Theatre in Bluetown, and that was a music and comedy show. This one, on Wednesday the 19th of March, it's our feel-good Shamrock and Roll show.
Now, that sounds good. Enlighten us. What's going to be on the bill?
Well, it's a very green show.
Oh, well, that's good news. Eco-friendly people will love that.
Right, the Criterion, they've sold out the daytime show already.
Oh, wow.
So myself and Keith said, would we do another show? So we put an evening show on. So what you can expect on that is you can expect some great Irish music, and my mate Keith, or I call him Flipper.
Okay.
And people say, why do you call him Flipper?
Yeah, go on, I'd like to know that.
Everybody expected me on my narrowboat to fall off into the marina, but I didn't, and he was the first one to fall off, so I called him Flipper.
Brilliant. Oh,
so Flipper or Keith, he's a fabulous multi-instrumentalist. He sings, plays guitar, ukulele, violin, harmonica, drums. We're not using drums on the show, not all at the same time, but he's a brilliant entertainer. So his sort of music he's going to be playing, and I'll be joining in on some of the Pogues, Dubliners, Irish tenors, Daniel Donald, Saw Doctors. I do the impression side of things, so I'll be just talking different voices for 2 hours.
You'll be impersonating for 2 hours.
That's how I spend my life. I spend my life talking these other people.
Oh, well, if that's a career, if that's a great career, then go for it.
Well,
if it's worked for you.
A lot of people hate Donald Trump, but when he got back in, I thought, well, there's another 4 years worth of material.
No comment on that one. I can get in trouble.
I just got to say, Chris, Ray, you're doing a great job. Fantastic. I love the music you're playing. It's a great thing you're doing for all the people in that area as well. You mention all the social things as well. Things is going on. It's great. You're hired.
He's so good at that. He's actually made my teeth grind.
Yeah. Chris,
I've got to ask you, Chris. This was, comedy. Now you have to be so very, very careful.
Oh, you do, yeah.
And there's this chap who's the most powerful man in the world. Boris Johnson had the right idea. He said, "Look, I knew that that Donald Trump is not everybody's cup of tea. But I would say to you, Chris, if you had the choice between having breakfast with Donald Trump, going for a round of golf, or with Donald Trump having lunch with Donald Trump, going back out on the golf course for another round of golf, having dinner with Donald Trump, staying the whole night with Donald Trump, staying overnight in Trump Towers, or drinking a case of rancid wine, what would you choose, red or white?
That is brilliant.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
I love that.
You got to hide the punchline.
You do, because I was just thinking, what colour should I choose?
Christopher, this is Ray speaking.
Hello, Ray.
Yeah, I am subservient to Chris because he's far more experienced than me.
Oh, no, you're doing very well.
Anyway,
nay.
I will be there for the evening show.
Brilliant.
Yes, because I'm also a trustee at the Criterion.
No, it's such a great theatre to...
It is, well, you know, Christopher, it's the island's, if not Kent's, best kept secret.
It's a wonderful place. It really is. And the productions that go on there as well, and the entertainment. We always... I've got your poster here, actually, in front of me, because we have a lot coming from the Criterion. They go out on our regular... community events guide, which is around about 3-4 times a day, every day. Yours, as we're now into March, is one of the ones that is going out regularly, and I believe Jack and Anna before us, they read it out. We will read it out again when our time comes at 2 o'clock. So it looks absolutely fantastic. The people are on there. The matinee show is, as you said, already sold out, but 2 p.m. And then the evening show as well. And I've got down here 8 p.m. and the tickets are £25, which can be got from the box office.
It's the ticket prices. I've got from the theatre. They've got 2 ticket prices. First one, £30, including sausage and chips.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Or if you're a vegetarian, that's £30 with cheese and onion pasty.
Right, okay.
And if you just want a ticket only, that's £25.
Right.
And the theatre box office, I think Ray would agree with me on this. I've tried to ring them up today, but they're closed today. They're open from Thursday to Saturday from 10 till 3.
That's right, yeah.
And you can ring them on... Can I do this, or am I being a bit cheeky?
No, you crack away.
No, you carry on. We're going to...
How much do you want?
I feel Alan Freeman. OK, pop figures, this is how you get your tickets, not half. Here's the number, pop figures, 01795 662 981. And you can leave a message there, or you can go to their website, which is the CriterionBluetown.co.uk.
That sounds fantastic. Well, there you go. That's the way to do it.
I can't wait.
Do you know what?
Well, I don't think there's enough laughter in the world.
We need it.
I agree. Can I ask? I don't want to give anything away because I've looked at your YouTube videos and they are amazing.
You were the one.
Yeah,
you were the one.
No, and I'd love to. The bit is the. River dance bit going to be in the show?
Yeah, I'll do a tribute to Stavros Flat.
Oh, there you go. See, Ray is a happy bunny now. We're going to have a good show.
I've been. I have to go in training for that. I have to start training to do that.
What's that? More sandwiches.
I was going to say, get some more pies down, yeah.
I have to try. And what we do is, because both myself and Keith, we have got Irish heritage. My dad was an Irishman. His relatives were Irish as well. So we become 2 Irish characters. Yeah. I become Christy or G, and he becomes Keith or Slater.
Well,
what's that?
Sorry, I lived in Galway for just over a year.
Oh, it's another way of life, isn't it?
Oh, I fell in love with the Irish way of life, the Irish humour. And when we went out one night and I was coming home, we said, about midnight it was, they said, well, no, we're only just going out. And I couldn't. I loved it.
When my dad passed away, he was a Wexford man, and I went over, I got a car hire to go and try and find out where he was brought up and see about his life. And I got lost, so I ended up in this little village, and I said to this local chap, I said, excuse me, I said, can you tell me the quickest way to Wexford? And this chap says to me, are you in the car, or are you walking? I said, I'm in the car. He goes, that is the quickest way.
Brilliant.
Christopher, can I come back at one with you? And this happened. We were staying... oh, God, it's come right out of my head. There's a high-profile golf course nearby. Anyway, and we'd gone into town. We were getting a train into Dublin. And we were driving to the train station, and I got completely lost. So we stopped somebody. And he said, no problem, he said. I can't do the accent. When you get to the roundabout, you take the first exit and the station is down on the right. Brilliant. Got to the roundabout, turn left, nothing. What he didn't tell you, it was the third roundabout.
Oh,
but when you get to the roundabout that leads to the station, you go left. That's the truth.
Do you know what? It's funny you should say about directions. My late wife, I lost her 4 years ago, but she used to always come on cruise ships, and I used to work on cruise ships. She was my manager, and we had this thing about bric-a-brac and going to second-hand shops. We absolutely loved it. You know, you could pick up some right little unusual things. So we went to Cork, or called Queenstown. Well, it was the only place with 3 names to it, and the Cork accent is such an unusual accent. So we couldn't find any bric-a-brac shops. So I called in this hardware store, and I said to the chap, "Excuse me." I said, "Wait, this is the first time here, but we're looking for some second-hand shop, bric-a-brac shops, and we can't find it." Just a minute. Mary, these lads here want to know, is there any bric-a-brac shops here in Cork? No, let me have a think. No, let me have... right. If you go down the road 100 yards and take the first straight, and then you go up that road, and then 50 yards on the left, there's a second-hand shop. Mind you, it hasn't been there for years. Absolutely true as I'm riding this boat.
Oh dear, now that is the Irish comedy for you.
It is.
I love it.
It is.
Brilliant.
I'll go up one more, and this is not being morbid, but the Irish, you know, they do things in a certain way when people pass away. My dad was in a chapel arrest, and this is an Irish thing, is that when people die, all these Irish relatives come to pay their respects, and you never see them again.
Yeah.
Then this woman turned up. I said to my mum, "Who's that?" I said, "Oh, that's Mary. It's your Auntie Mary." So I've never seen her before. So Auntie Mary comes in, black lace, headscarf, the rosary beads and everything. My dad's there, laid in the chapel arrest. He turns to me and goes, "No, look at that. No, look at that. Sure, your dad looks just like he's asleep. Be ashamed to wake him up and tell him he's dead." And they're absolutely serious when they say these things. I love the Irish.
That is brilliant.
I fell in love. They called... I lived there for a year, and they called me a plastic paddy, but it wasn't meant as an insult, apparently.
No, it's...
It was a term of endearment.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's great. Plastic paddy, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
I've heard the plastic scouse, because they would say Paul O'Grady. He said he's not from Liverpool, he's a plastic, he's from Birkenhead or something like that. I'm not sure if that's so, but it doesn't matter, Paul. Just love Paul O'Grady, Oh, he's a good person. He loves dogs. Anybody who loves dogs is a great person in my books,
Now, the best thing is we could do is if we can get you to dress up as Lily Savage and bring her back to life, that will be gold.
Oh, I tell you what, you say that, when I was Lily Savage up in Birkenhead, they say, "Hey, Lily," and I was working really rough pubs, really, they were throwing people in. That's how rough they were. A plasma on draft. We're talking rough. But they're lovely people. I say, "Hey, Paul, would you mind marking some of the quiz papers?" I said, "Not at all." Couldn't believe some of the questions. Here's one. Right, question number 1: what comes at the end of a sentence? And somebody put an appeal.
Brilliant. Oh dear me, I love that.
So we're looking forward to come back over to your neck of the woods.
I can't wait, Christopher. I can't wait.
We can't wait. I think I should definitely be joining you there as well. That's fantastic.
Oh, that's brilliant. And as again, thanks ever so much for having me on the show, and carry on all the great work that you've done.
You're most welcome.
And
thank
carry
you.
on doing.
No, thank you for joining us as well. And I apologise to our listeners that I'm a few minutes late. Someone decided it'd be a good idea for me to be a radio presenter, and my timing is absolutely chronic. So I apologise to everyone that I'm a bit late on that one. But thank you for joining us. Christopher Gee, and I got it right this time.
G.
Don't you?
He lost another fiver.
He
called me Christopher Gee last time, and he had a £5 bet on that. He said, "Ray, I bet he's called Christopher Gee." No, I'll bet he's called Christopher G. So that's £10 you're down on this.
So
every time I'm on the show, you lose money.
It's G, isn't it? Christopher G.
Yeah. People said you're Christopher Lee. I've had that before.
Oh well, yeah.
Christopher, right?
I'm
10 minutes before you came on air, he was berating me, my boss, right, for calling you Christopher G. He was berating me. That's not how you say it. He should just think of purified butter.
That's the only way I could remember it. I'm sure when I phoned you up earlier this afternoon, I said G and you corrected me to Gee. Unless I've got that
no,
wrong.
it's the other way round.
Oh,
Love
You call me Christopher Gee.
Love it.
It doesn't matter, you know.
Who decided to put me in charge?
No. Well, I've just come back from the Isle of Man, which was a lovely place. I lived on the Isle of Wight. I'm going to an island as well, so I'm doing a lot of island hopping.
You're doing a lot of island hopping, aren't you?
An island, isn't it?
Yeah, but Sheppey
yeah.
is the centre of the universe.
Yeah, no, I love it down there. And I lived on an island. I lived on the Isle of Wight, and that's you've got to just set your watches back to 1978. You'll be all right. And
kind of pretty much like this here, to be honest, isn't it? Everything's a much more slower pace of life around the Isle of Sheppey. It really is.
I lived in the Isle of Wight. They said it's very good for arthritis. I moved there and I got it. So what can you say?
Well, there you go. Sounds great, doesn't it? Christopher, once again, thank you so much for coming in. We're coming up to 2 o'clock, so we're going to be giving a shout out on your Shamrock and Roll show. And as it says on the poster, it's going to be a right crack.
It's a cracker. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Chris.
I cannot wait.
Sitting on an airboat, he doesn't know how to tail it in Droitwich.
And that, folks, is the sort of comedy you'll be listening to.
I love it.
Lovely. Thank you so much for coming in. And, all the best. We wish you the best for your show as well, and we shall be there.
Yeah.
Many thanks. Look forward to meet you on the 19th of March.
Yeah, be there.
We'll be there.
Ciao.
Take care then.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now. And there we go.
That was
Christopher G. We got it right this time.
Best we've done.
That was brilliant.
He was brilliant.
He was fantastic.
Brilliant.
So if you like that sort of comedy, then make sure you get along. We'll give you the details.